Vandaag bafethu Josie, Dorfontein, ACOG Studios bafethu. We're meeting up with a young creative who's doing big things in the game bafethu. Asingene in some more. Shapfele bafethu, not Galbito Kitato Muntu, but I'm known as Uncle Shakes in the streets. Today bafethu, we're out here in Dorfontein, ACOG Art Museum bafethu, and I'm hambing you one bafethu, ngihamba with one of the dopest painters ever. No lie bafethu. Arty Khotman o grand.
The grand.
So Khotman, today it's all about you, Khotman. So who is Arty and where is Arty from?
Of course. So ndizalwe eGoli kahle kodwa ndikhulele eBhayi.
Sure.
Yeah, my full name is Arty Musoke, and I'm a Pan-African artist, I'm a creative, I'm a digital artist and an animator.
Yeah.
I've always loved painting since I was a kid, and eventually I found out that, you know what, ngathi man hlale apha kule way man.
Yeah. So ngifuna ukuqava into one, like mawukhula as intwana bonjani, because mina bengistowed bangikhuza ngapha nangapha ngikhuzeke nhle. Yeah.
Ngiyakubona bro, serious.
Sure.
Hey, nami ngisokolisa for nanzokuphosela. Serious man. Hey, I had too much energy man.
Yeah.
I was here, I was there, I was making friends, I was talkative,
Yeah.
And I always found that like I just loved communicating with people and talking with people.
Yeah,
man. The classroom, sitting still for too long. Man, homework. I mean, I did homework because I had to. But funding what?
Yeah. So if beguyang awenje, bozo bonge kuyenza homework and say.
Probably not, man. I'd rather be outside playing. Yeah. I love those imagination type games.
Sure.
When Superman, Spider-Man, I could do that the whole day.
Yeah, because I know as a kid, really, like stand we asiko caged, like our imagination goes wild every time. So Angele, like when did you discover that you can actually create art? Because you're dope, man, no lie.
Thanks man, thanks. Hey, it was a while back. I remember I was sitting in the classroom, my grade 1, grade 2. Just for art. So your free time you could draw, during the art class you could draw there. And I noticed like, people were always like, hey brah,
Sure.
So I realized, people really like this art thing, man. Let me keep doing it. Then I remember Boma grade 5, grade 6, a lot of them they stopped drawing as much as they used to.
Yeah.
And me, I decided, let me keep going. Let me not stop. Let me just keep going. Yes.
Okay, dog, since we took from grade 1 and grade 6, the process led between abangani bakho baye kukenza art and you and then deciding to continue. So kuze uqove art as a serious career, dog. What age were you, dog, and why, fun?
So I think I was around grade 10, grade 11.
Yeah.
Subject choice, career, and at that time, art for me, I did it for fun. So I realized, I looked into the games that I play, the anime, ama Avengers, and comics and the art galleries that I visited, and I realized, they require an artist to make them. The clothes we wearing, the cars we drive, there's an artist that designed it. And I can have a career, pan. So that's when I realized, let me actually get serious. Instead of a hobby, let me make it into the career.
Dog, you know how black people are in the society, dog. So you convincing your parents with no, I don't want to be a policeman, I don't want to be a doctor, a lawyer, because abazali abaningi bafuna abantwana babo to go like that direction. So when I uba convinced ukuthi no, like I want to do art as a career. Like how was the response from your parents, and close family members?
No, good question, man. As opposed to say, like, I was expecting to bring PowerPoint slides to come and convince my parents. Babon says zonke pros and cons.
Yeah.
I walked up to them, I told them, hey guys, I'm thinking about doing this in university. I want to do it seriously. And they shocked me. They said, we know. Go for it. By boning the same and as into sure I could do maths, I could do my bio homework. But the art like awards and getting like some real momentum with it. So by the time I talked to them about my career, they were like, you know what, we know you, we know this is what you want. I can't. The family members were a little bit different because my dad's a doctor, my mom's a nurse. So Bona, they were expecting that I'm also going to go Glandlen. If not a doctor, I'll be a lawyer, accountant, policeman.
I get you,
So for them, it took a little bit more convincing. But once they saw my art and they saw that I was really serious about this, then they were like, you know what, we love you and we know this is what you want.
So would you say like they supported you from the start, or there was a time when they weren't sure if they should not like just support you, but you know how parents are, like back supported from the get-go, or you had to convince them first?
Nah, my parents have been super supportive, I won't lie. Ever since I was young, at one point in grade 10 subject choice, I was gonna pick engineering design. I was been thinking into architecture and I was gonna drop art entirely in order to do that. And my mom was pamba, she said, how can you drop art? You know that this is the thing that you're really good at, so you should stay there. And that's when I realized, hey man, since day one, they were both telling me to go, and it's not a problem if I go this way.
I get you, dog. So dog, tell me, how important is it to study for art? Because you told me you studied art at university.
It's a good question, man. It's a good question. I think because some of us, we need a little bit more structure, we need a little bit more discipline in our lifestyle. And it's better structure if you're spending 2 hours, you're studying here, you've got an exam coming up, you've got a submission next week. Now you know navigate upon. And then some of us, we don't need the structure, we prefer the freedom. We prefer waking up at our own time, studying at our own time.
I get you.
It's cool in the is these are like the best times to do either or, because the schooling structure has the best resources it's ever had. And at the same time, for the first time now, we have free resources that an artist can use. You can go on YouTube for free, you can go to your community library, you can find mentors and people that have done it before to kind of help you along the way. And all of those can be free resources that help you. Personally, for me, I like discipline in some areas, but I have to choose between video games, so having that structure is what also encouraged me to go to school.
Okay, I get you. Because Mbuzale question, because some artists are young in schooling, but they're out there doing big things and so on. So anything funguas, like what inspired your art, Faith?
It's a good question. I think let me show you. Let's go upstairs.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah, man. So what inspired this artwork was I was trying to just experiment. I was trying something different, and I was trying to achieve something that makes a person's eye always move around the canvas. So you circle here, you go up here, you come back here, you get pulled down, you come back this side. I just wanted something that lets a person explore. Ideally, when I paint, it's an emotional kind of thing. It's a process of discovering myself. It's a process of exploring the imagination as well. And while we explore the imagination, we explore it with sight, with feelings, with sound, with hearing, etc. So, man, that was basically it. Let me show you this next one this side.
This is cool, yo.
You like it, nah?
African creed.
Aish, you know it. You know it, man.
So tell me about this one. What inspired it?
Very similar process to that one. I want the person's eye to keep wandering around the canvas.
Yeah.
But whereas that one was colorful, I wanted to see if I can make something that has less color, but still has the same emotional kind of punch into it.
Yeah.
And I thought maybe let me balance the very dark colors with the very bright colors.
Yeah.
And this is kind of to show the balance in the emotional state of mind that people have. We're sometimes happy, we're sometimes sad. And it's because we're happy that we're sad. Because we have up, we have down.
Yeah.
These opposite kind of emotions, they create and they complete the human experience.
Yeah.
So that's what I was looking to achieve with this.
Yeah. So tell me, dog, how long does it take to do this kind of art? Because I know you actually sit down, you need to be inspired, you need to be in the mood. How long did it take?
I'd say in total, maybe let's say 6 to 10 hours.
Really?
Yeah, the first 1 hour, 2 hours, I don't even draw. It's just research. I'm looking at references, I'm looking at pictures, I'm getting inspired and I'm trying to figure out what I want to do.
Yeah.
The next hour, 2 hours, I'm busy drawing with pencil. I'm sketching out and I'm deciding, okay, this is where they are. Nah, let me rub it. This is where they are. Nah, let me rub it. Okay, this is where they are.
Yeah, I get you.
Next hour will be the flat colors, just a flat painting. And then the last few hours is the detail. That's when I put in these little things, when I mix the colors together, when I try putting blue on top of orange. That's when I really fine tune it.
Yeah, I get you. So you told me that there's an exhibition coming soon. So I'd like you to tell me more about the exhibition.
Definitely. I'd love it if you guys could all come through. We're planning for the 3rd of June. It's going to be evening. That's first Thursday, Agog Art Gallery, Maboneng / Dorfontein. It's going to be an exhibition that we call Imaginarium. And what we want to do, this is dope, right? What we want to do is we want to show how artists explore this place of the imagination. And when we explore it, we leave behind these artworks. And you as the viewer, you can come join us. You can come access the same place of imagination, and the artwork becomes your way, your gateway into accessing the Imaginarium. Really be nice if you could come.
So since you're gonna be showcasing your art, how important is it to have like an exhibition or a place where you put out your art for people to see, whether here in SA or internationally?
That's now very important, no doubt, man. Having a platform, I found, is what really elevated me, because as an artist, I just draw in my room. That's all I do, right? And that's all I can do. But it's only when other people see my art that they can take my art to the place where it has the most impact. People see it by seeing it at exhibitions. They see it when you post online. So having a platform that allows other people, allows them to help you, you know? Because so we can't share the art when it's in your room. You've got to have a platform that shares it with the world.
Okay, I get you, dog. Dog, since you're doing big things on the art industry, what advice would you give to the young child out there who's watching and being inspired by your work?
That's a good one. It's a good one, man. So what I find is, as artists, it can sometimes be really hard to keep creating when there's no one there who's kind of motivating you to do this. And the only motivation I can really say to that is, you mustn't stop. You mustn't create because you want someone else to appreciate it. You mustn't create because you want the money. You must create because you want to create. And you'll find once you do that, once you really love what you do and you keep practicing and you keep getting better, you'll start attracting the people and the places that allow your art to get to where it needs to be. So don't stop, persevere, and make sure you increase your knowledge and you practice. You really work on the craft. Because a lot of people see the art and they're like, oh man, you're so talented. They don't see that I spent thousands of hours trying this and then failing and then throwing it and trying it again and then failing. Nah, they only see the end product.
Because that's the case on artists. They don't know the process, they don't know what you're going through. They only see when the art is finally here. Like, they don't know the working process, they only know the final product. So where can people find more of your work if they're interested in checking you out?
So I post on Instagram, I post on Facebook, and I also post on ArtStation. You can get me there at Arty Musoke or Arty Musoke. Arty is kind of a play on my real name, Arty.
Yeah.
So yeah, I post online. You can get me on WhatsApp. I'll leave my contacts with you guys, and on email as well. Let's get the conversation going, guys. Let's talk. Let's talk.
Thank you Bafethu for tuning in Mbonilo Arty, Mbonili Arty. You saw everything, and I was impressed. I want one of the paintings. Anyone. I just want to collect art, and yeah, can you please support local artists, guys? Thank you. Okay, Bafethu, we saw Arty, we saw his work, he told us what inspired him, Bafethu. Thank you for tuning in on our today's episode of What's Popping. Follow us on all our social media platforms, Bafethu, and check out our website at www.africanmillennial.co.za. I'm Uncle Shakes and I'm signing out.